Good morning. I'm live in Costa Mesa, California, and this is Namaste Today. Good morning and Namaste. Welcome to Namaste Today in the Zodiac weather. My name is Witecki. I am the sensei to Sirius joy, here to stand in my heart and walk in the light each day. And I say it and never gets old. It's such a pleasure that you show up each day and light walk with me. I'm casting my love in 5 dimensions on the beautiful set of Gaia on Wednesday, April 29th, 2015. And today things get moving because step 9 rules the day. Step 9 is I act, I am. So we become something by the actions that we are. This is how a lot of the world has judged people, is just by their actions. And according to the 11 steps of Sirius joy and the architecture of incarnation, we do have to take action to make it happen. So today is the first day in Taurus that we take action. And Taurus is our reality, the construction of our new reality. That's what each of us are working on. We build our realities from different parts of our soul, but we're all the same in the sense that we're all human beings. We all build a reality. We all build a sandcastle. We just use different materials to build it with from each of our races or whatever. So today we're going to talk about taking action and action toward the effort of manifesting the reality that you want. But before we take action to manifest, let's first tame our brain, shall we, with the phrase of the day. I am mindful of my decisions today, and I'm ready to act. So simple. And you know, I always say keep it simple. Keep it simple. I'm mindful of my decisions. That's what yesterday was about. Deciding. This is what I want, this isn't what I want. This is what I want, this isn't what I want. So today it's very simple. We are mindful of those decisions. We don't go back over them. We don't argue them unless we feel something really off. If you feel something really off, I would say, okay, go ahead and go back in the argument. But if you don't, if you made the decision, there's nothing else to go over again, then we are mindful of the decision and we are ready to act. So when the opportunity comes to act, we can take it. So when the opportunity comes to act, we can take it in our power, we can take it in stride, and we can take it without having to break a sweat, right? So one more time to keep it in kind. I am mindful of my decisions today, and I am ready to act. Because I said so, I thought so. Now the serious step of the day is step 9. Step 9 is a Mars-ruled step. It's an action-based step. And Mars is our ego. Our ego is the part of our soul that behaves a certain way. We either do this or we don't do that. Whether we behave this way or that way turns into our character and turns into our ego. And as you can tell, on Earth, a lot of people live only in the ego. But if you watched my show here in the last month, you know that human beings right now are working on a new ego, one we have just recently crafted. We're kind of on the other side of this Uranus hump. So stepping out today is what I'm getting to, might be the first time you're stepping out in the new you. This might be the first time that you're taking action by building the new life with the new you. So it's kind of like having new tools and going out there and getting to use them for the first time. That's a very male gorilla way of looking at it, right? But let's look at the architecture of incarnation. Now, 9 is very important all along the way. It's pretty much whether things happen or not happen, you can kind of see it. Here in the first dimension, step 9 is, will the client make it to the next level? It's that simple. Will you take it to the next level? Are you not ready? Some people are not ready to get past this level. So you get up and, you come back down again. We'll try next 10 days to try to get over that hump. And that's okay. Sometimes you're not ready. You know that in the last 9 days, you weren't preparing. Then in the second dimension, really step 9 is essential to whether it manifests or not, because step 9 adds to the Grandmaster step 10 of I manifest. So the 19 and the 9, to act or not act, that's where the action is literally pulling the switch. Then finally, whether or not we are a success, whether or not we can endure, whether or not we can carry out this mission to infinity, right, is step 29. That is the final Grandmaster step of any transit, which means we feel it and we act, and we feel it and we act, and we feel it and we act. And we basically stay in we feel it and we act until we decide to end it. And that's what step 29 is. So what chakras and colors are involved today? Let's take a look.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Well, for starters, it is, of course, orange, orange, orange in step 10. Step 10 is I manifest. I manifest is the second chakra. Second chakra is orange. So there's a lot of citrus orange here as we're moving into the spring. But we're adding on action to that manifestation, which means it's red. We are back to the root. And now, if I've said it before, I really mean it again. The root is on fire. Red, orange, it is on fire. So you definitely have to be kind of grounded, right? You have to definitely meditate, know what your higher self wants. But today, with step 9 ruling the day in Taurus, it is a red and it's an orange day. It's about moving forward and moving forward aggressively. Now, don't forget, I manifest is actually I protect. It's I love and I protect, which means we're also activating our boundaries today. You want to be conscious of our protection. Protection resides in 2 chakras. First, there's an I protect that's behind the root. So this is the part of us that decides to manifest or not manifest, open or not, get the egg fertile or not get the egg fertile. And then, of course, there is what leads to that, which is the chakra behind the throat. That's where the other I protect is. So we're protecting what we say. We're protecting from saying yes or no. We're protecting from getting into that situation that opens or doesn't open the root. So be mindful of where the 2 boundaries are with your mouth and then, of course, with your ability to fertilize. So looking at all of that, let's now take a look at today's cosmic clock and the timing of things. And here we are at the cosmic clock. Well, the sun has now progressed to step 9, Taurus. Step 9 is the final step before we move into the next decan, or the next dimension, or as I like to call the next act. So it's the final step before Act 2. Today we are stepping into our life, stepping out of our old life, and getting started with our reality. So getting that reality started. This is the point we need to take action. Now our minds are ready to master this manifestation. Mercury is at step 28, Taurus. That means that our mind is mindful of what we have already felt that we've decided. See how I guide you? So our mind is already there at what we're manifesting, and this is the big picture. So as we are stepping into manifesting the small picture, we are mindful of the big picture. Now our ego, or Mars, is at step 21, Taurus. Now step 21 is the step where you step across the bridge to the other side. This is the no turning back step. A lot of my clients are kind of wounded in step 21 or wounded in step 22. That's from trying in a past life, okay, and not succeeding. So step 21 is the step we're all a little afraid to make. And so that means today our egos are crossing a bridge and moving forward. Now here's what's interesting. The moon is in Virgo again. And today the moon is in the higher stratosphere of Virgo, creating another soul pyramid in Taurus at the higher degrees, this time uniting with Mars instead of uniting with the sun. So today we are feeling an elevated trine. We're feeling a continuation of the manifestation of yesterday's trine. We're feeling it continue, and today we're feeling it move into action. So it's a lot of part 2 of yesterday. Or maybe we're finally getting started and we dreamed all day yesterday. Now what this does is unite 3 states of awareness in your soul. That's what a grand trine is. One of the key components, of course, is our feelings. Our feelings in Virgo is we are feeling it. So today you're feeling it with the moon in Virgo and you're feeling the details of it. This, of course, then trines into the sun at 9 degrees, which means, and we're taking action to make a new reality. That's step 9. We're taking action to make a new reality. Then there's the slow-moving Pluto, which is really grounding this trine in something that is absolute, like there's no turning back. Like if Pluto's involved, it will happen. Okay, that's kind of how the way it works. And so with Pluto involved, it's saying, hey, you know what's going to happen? There's going to be a change in the way things are done. This is a change of the rules. This is a change of how it has been done in the past. And now we are thinking differently, the 15, about what is more peaceful and what is more right. So it's more just in the rules. All this going on. Now, interesting enough, there in Pluto, now just moving to the scene of Capricorn is Pallas. Now, Pallas is Jupiter's daughter. Pallas is an asteroid. It basically represents kind of where our imagination is completely building a whole fantasy that may turn into reality. So it's where we hold space for great things to come. But that's only once we have a budget. So we may not have a budget for where Pallas is, but we are imagining. So human consciousness, in my opinion, is imagining with Pallas this whole new world based on new rules. So to put this back in 1776 terms, this would be kind of like the first time the original colonists began to imagine what an independent nation would be. Probably Pallas entered into Capricorn. They started going, what if we were independent? I wonder what that would be. I think that would be the equivalent of Pallas. So in your life, Pallas is opening up a whole new dimension of what if you were free. And today I think this Grand Trine plays into it. Now looking at the Tower of Truth, as you can see, thoughts and ego are quite ahead. Our mind way ahead at step 28. That's the Grand Master step of Taurus, by the way. 2 + 8 makes 10. So our mind is manifesting at the top. Then we are opening doors to that possibility with Mars at step 21. And then the Sun is actually here at step 9. Much more vibrato going on than what's actually true. Step 9, just taking the step into what is actually important. So today in your life, you're probably just taking one small step for your human life, but it might be one great step for your multi-lifetime story, right? Well, let's take a look at how to slim this down, how to boil this down to a simple joy quest. Your joy quest, should you choose to accept it, is, when in Rome, Rome. And I mean that. Once you're committed to a decision and that you're going to act, in other words, once you're in Rome, act like a Roman. But not just act like a Roman, roam around, right? See what is in this new space. Take full fluidity with your action. So if you're going to do it right. That's another way of saying it. When in Rome, Rome. That's my way of saying it. But if you've decided, then go on out. Go full out. Whole 9 yards, as they say in the Step 9 world. To the nines, as they say in the Step 9 world, right? So that is my advice. Roam where it roams. Now, there is some further advice about when to take action and what to do. When taking a master action, it actually comes down to 2 states, and that's what the architecture of incarnation tells us. It comes down to knowing how you feel and knowing what you sense. So if you feel it and you sense it, you should act. If you don't both feel it and sense it, maybe you should refrain for just a moment. And a lot of master action is actually master holding self back from action, is what I find, and being ready for when it is the right time. Now, if you're watched over today by the Personal Sensei Network, which you can sign up, I'll tell you how to do it in just a minute. I'm going to tell you at 9:09 a.m. what action is necessary for you today. So very, very primal. Make sure you get this done. Then at 11:11 a.m., I'm going to actually talk to you about what it is you need to feel when it's time to act. So what do you need to feel when it's time to act? Each soul has their own unique desire. Like when I feel this, I'll know. I'll tell you what it is that when you feel it, you'll know. And then at 3:03 p.m., I'm going to give you a little bit of a Neptune keynote secret, which is what it is that you need to sense that it's actually a real opportunity. So what detail are you looking for in the consciousness to know that it's the right time to act? All those details coming in today in Personal Sensei. So if you'd like to sign up for your own Personal Sensei service, it is a text message, life coaching, positive-based service sent directly to your phone. Come on down to SiriusJoy.me. You'll see a little video that describes what a day is like with me in your back pocket, and it's just $19.95. I thank you ahead of time. So let's play another game of today's telepathy. We are thinking of awesome Tauruses, and I'm kind of on a beautiful kind of kick of the Taurus women right now. As I'm doing my research, I'm loving the Taurus women. I'm loving the beauty. Yesterday it was beautiful Tauruses. Today it is Taurus goddesses. So these are not just beautiful Taurus ladies, these are goddesses. And one of these goddesses I'm sending from my telepathy, from my temple to yours using telepathy. Close your eyes and see which one it is. Is it number 1, goddess Katharine Hepburn? Number 2, actress and goddess Shirley MacLaine? Or is it number 3, actress goddess Audrey Hepburn? Which of these goddesses am I thinking of? I'll have the answer right after this. With love is we don't know ourselves well enough to know who we want. Introducing Secrets of Birthdays, the Love and Lust Report. You send us your date of birth, we send you a custom video, and we'll talk all about you. The kind of charisma you have, your personality, are you funny, not funny? What's a perfect romance? What's a perfect wedding? What's a perfect home? And what not to do with you. Find out the secret to your heart at secretsofbirthdays.com. End all the uncertainty. Order one now.
soulgarden.tv
Welcome back to Namaste Today. And for the answer to today's telepathy, from my temple to yours, I'm beaming a Taurus goddess. Which Taurus goddess was I sending to? Was it number 1 actress Katharine Hepburn, number 2 actress Shirley MacLaine, or number 3 actress Audrey Hepburn? Now honestly, all 3 are amazing, but it was Shirley MacLaine. Can you guess why? I mean, there's so many reasons, but I have to give Shirley MacLaine total awesome credit. She's a step 3 Taurus. This means this lifetime she's stepping out on a limb. But seriously, she's stepping out, step 3. But I really give her, I mean, she brought up, a lot of talk about aliens and spirituality and all these sorts of things, and really dared the world to tell her she was wrong, put it out there. And so I'm the same kind of way. If I ever meet this lady, I'm going to give so much gratitude for being out on a limb and being an awesome Taurus inspiration. So thanks, Shirley. You're awesome. So let's move on to our rock and roll gospel. And with the rock and roll gospel, we're also celebrating Tauruses that bring great value to life. And I think there will be no question to this particular musician and the value he brought to the world. And the person is Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder. Such a sweetheart, right? Born May 13th, 1950, he's a Step 22 Master Innovator Taurus. Step 22 is an innovator. And boy, was he an innovator, right? Totally love his work as an African American for one, but being blind for a second, I mean, holy shit, man. Amazing manifestation. Clearly a master can just sit there and do whatever. I remember as kids, I mean, I wasn't racist or anything, but we were always doing the Stevie Wonder. I think it was Eddie Murphy that put us into that. I don't blame Eddie Murphy for that. He got me into doing, But here's the song I think for today. You're going to say it's totally perfect. Put it on and listen to it as you go out in your day. I just called to say I love you. Isn't that a beautiful Taurus thing to say? I think it is. Stevie Wonder, you are a wonder, brother. Thank you for being on the planet. So, folks, put on that song and think about it, you talking to you when you listen to it. But before you go play with Stevie Wonder, let's take a look at the moods of each of your brothers and sisters today and a special created soul vitamin just for you. In fact, we're kicking where we took off yesterday. We still got a soul pyramid going on in Earth, which means we're instant mashed potato manifesting. So today's soul vitamin is picking up from yesterday's, which is what door is opening. In other words, when in Rome, you should roam. Well, I'm going to tell you, this is the area I think you should be roaming about. So each of the 12 signs and where you should roam. Starting first with the step zeros, the Scorpios. Scorpio, sunny and super social today, but I think you should definitely be roaming around your career opportunities. The step one is the Leos, sunny and manifesting in a big way today, but I think you should be roaming around the opportunity to be a star. We're talking about Jupiter here, I do believe. Step 2, the Cancers, sunny and pensive or chatty today, but I do believe it's time to roam around wherever it is you can get paid. Okay, so where's the money? Follow the money right now, Cancers. Step 3, the Sagittariuses, sunny and super professional today, but I think it's time to roam around the church or where you actually believe. So roam around where your people are is what your chart is saying. Step 4, the Aquariuses, sunny, also chance of handy today with this soul pyramid, so be careful, you are fertile right now, I'm just saying. But it's time to roam around your partnerships, so hang around your partnerships and what they are doing, all right, just saying. Step 5, the Gemini, sunny, nesting, and resting today, but it's time now to kind of roam around the water cooler, wherever it is you connect and talk and connect to people. So wherever that conversation is where the Geminis want to be right now. Step 6, the Librans, sunny and productive today, but you actually want to be roaming around in public. This is not a time to be hiding away right now, Libra. Get out there with your people, talk to your peeps. Step 7, the Pisces, sunny and sentimental today, but you want to be roaming around at work, believe it or not. So at work, in the daily lifestyle, that's where magic will happen for you. Step 8, the Capricorn, sunny and passionate today, but you want to be kind of roaming around the places you trust most. So at your friend's house, at your most intimate, connected places. Step 9, the Aries, sunny and hyper aware. You're going to want to roam around basically whatever your heart wants to be. So the sandbox, the beach, out cruising, whatever it is your heart wants, that's where you should be roaming. Step 10, ding, the birthday Tauruses. Sunny and super childlike today if you can't tell, but you want to be roaming around the house, believe it or not. That's where you want to be roaming around. Hey, good things happen when I'm just at home bored. Trust me, I manifest big things. And then finally, the Virgos, sunny and super cool. You want to be roaming around at church or wherever it is you meditate. Just saying. All right, thank you so much. Moving on to Lightwalker Parade. Hey, if you're watching on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe. I thank you ahead of time. It helps with our relationship with them. And on Facebook, you can be our friend by going to soulgarden.me. And if you'd like to purchase a reading or any of my other products and services, come on down to soulmart.me, where right now I have, if you buy a 1-hour reading, get a free 30-minute follow-up. Details are at soulmart.me. And don't forget, I am looking for SG ambassadors to Colorado. We're looking to come to Colorado sometime in August. We'd like to talk to people out there in Colorado, so please connect to us if you'd like to. And as always, I am so grateful to be of soul service to you. I'll see you in 24 hours, my friend. Remember, I love you, and when in Rome, Rome. Live, love, be. This is just so ironic.
So